What's going on, man? It's your boy, your geyser, Just Nice of the Nice Cigars podcast. And listen, man, this is episode 2. Yes, we only 2 episodes in, and we are in Miami at the Drew Estate headquarters with none other than Javier Largaspada, also known as Drew Estate Javi. How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir,
I appreciate
good,
you,
I
man.
appreciate you coming through.
Look, I didn't know you was this dripped up, bro.
Oh man, God is good.
Hey, listen, all the time.
God is good,
All
man.
the time.
Yeah.
So
You know?
tell the people a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah, so Drew Estate Javier Largaspada. I've been with Drew Estate now for 4 years. In June, it'll be 5. Just a guy, man. I grew up I was born in San Jose, California. Grew up really in Miami. My parents are Nicaragüense.
Okay.
So my mom's from Esteli, my dad's from Managua, so that's that Latin splash that I got in me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And basically, started with Drew Estate from the bottom, like everyone says that, Rayford would say, I really started at the bottom and made my way here. I was at the front desk for a good amount of time. Getting everyone their coffee, make sure the lunch is all good.
Putting that work in.
I put in some pain in, and then I got the shot, waited my opportunity. Definitely didn't rush it. Was patient about it. But also what made me fall in love with the company, I'll be remiss if I didn't say this, is that as soon as I walked in, I saw a sign, Herrera Esteli. That's a cigar that's made by our master blender, Willie Herrera.
Willie, yes, sir.
I had no idea that who Willie Herrera was at that time. But Esteli is where my mom grew up, and then her maiden name is Herrera. So imagine you walking in the first day on the job of somewhere, not sure where it's going to go, what it could be. You see that and that connection that you have with it. Since then, learning a little bit more and also learning that they do business with my people.
Yeah.
In Nicaragua, we have a factory where we have over 3,200 people working Monday through Friday, where we're pumping out cigars on the weekly, and it is just amazing and humbling experience. One, to be connected with my culture a little bit more, and the growth and the knowledge that I've earned and grown here with. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, so if you didn't know Javi, you know Javi now, dude. Listen.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at my elementary school. I gave a lot of information there, actually. Yeah.
What was your first introduction to cigars, and what hooked you about it?
All right, so I had a light introduction. In Miami, we have Little Havana. So for those who don't know, it's Calle Ocho, it's 8th Street here in Miami, which is very connected to the Cuban community that we have here. They have domino table, tournaments that go on there. And I got a hand rolled cigar. I wasn't drinking at the time. It was a guy outside of the humidor, and he just hand rolled a cigar. Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Because my aunt and my dad, they were drinking. So I smoked a little bit of that, but I didn't fall in love with it right away, right? It was just something to do and pass some time. What really got me to love cigars is one day I took a couple of Pappy Van Winkles home. I'll never forget it. Some Pappy, the family, the family reserved, I believe, or the family tradition.
Okay.
I took some of those home. Me and my dad went out to the backyard. Then I started talking to my pops, but started getting more of those real stories. Not the Disney version that you grew up with. We got HBO on them. And we started talking more about the family history and the family lineage. And, you didn't know that this cousin used to do this. And, not to spoil too much. I go put everyone's business out there in the Largaspada family. But yeah, so, and then or even his upbringing.
Hey, they was outside.
They
was outside.
Or even like how him and his dad and their exchange relationship, and then how they got back together once he had my sister, my older sister. So I got to really know my dad. So that's really what connected me to cigars. That you get to have that the conversation that comes over a cigar, and other since that, I can talk to anybody over a cigar after my pops.
You meet so many walks of life just from smoking cigars, man.
Yep.
Like the type of communications you reach, the connections that you make, it all stems from cigars, because there's great people in cigars.
Definitely,
what I mean?
Yeah. And what's great about it too is that everyone's willing to spit their knowledge, or say what they like, what they don't like. But I met a lot of people, from financiers to biker club guys. It's just a vast majority of people. You don't even know who smokes a cigar until you're smoking one with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So Drew Estate has a different vibe than most cigar companies, as we were just talking about
Definitely.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What makes the culture unique from inside?
Well, I feel like unwritten, we have pillars of culture. You know, of course, it does start off with JD too.
Mm-hmm.
JD, not JD2, just JD as well, because JD2 is the son.
Hey, but let me let you know, JD is in the office
building.
right behind us right now.
Behind us, yeah. He's making magic happen as we speak. But I think it starts off with him and his creativity and his infinity and love for hip hop culture that it bleeds in a little bit into us. But we have pillars of culture too, like Josh Roque, who you met in consumer engagement, Rayford, the Reverend, I would call him Rafe, but Ryan Rayford as well, Izzy Woods, you know, these people that
terrible.
Oh yeah, I was
that guy.
I thought about that, but I didn't say that. Yeah, definitely Will McFall. You know, terrible. Those three. Well, even if you just had those four, it really shows you the vibe of Drew Estate. Nasty Nick, of course. These guys that Brian, I could keep on the list of names.
Pedrito.
Pedro, that's my guy. That's my hero. That's my mentor right there. Also Joey the Wizard, who's been with the company for 20 plus years. Half my almost all my life he's been with Drew Estate. But
and he got the name Wizard for a reason.
Yeah, everything you see is passed by his eye. And his expert and his master tea that he has, but those right there, those people right there, just to name a few. I mean, I can keep on going. I ain't gonna leave the whole employee list, but they give that vibe off too. One of that creativity, that be yourself, come as yourself, be yourself. You don't have to fake the funk. You don't have to be to this, to that. Just be you. And that wins in Drew Estate, outside and inside. Right with when you're in front of consumers and accounts. And then also when we're, in our Rat Pack and we're just, chilling and unwinding from an event or from these big, long meetings we just had this past week. But yeah, those pillars of culture that just really allow you to be yourself. DJ Eli too. Yeah, definitely DJ Eli, because he's been with Drew Estate for a while, but it definitely shows that vibe with it too as well.
What does the rebirth of cigars mean in 2025, and how do you keep that energy alive?
Oh man, well, I don't know how much I wish I had my other guys here to see what I can and cannot say. No, but the rebirth of cigars in 2025, I think what it looks like is us doubling back down to our passion, to what first got us where we are now, which is disruptors of industry. We're definitely going to double back down on that. We're going to disrupt the industry in a major way in 2026. Excuse me, that's what I'm talking about, because we're already on next year. But in 2025, we changed the game in a major way. We brought the premium sweet cap of the Deadwood Dominicana that shook the industry. That didn't know. There you go. Yeah, that Deadwood girl with the Dominican heart. And that was really close to me too, because growing up in Miami, a lot of people are Dominican, and us going out there and seeing how the difference of Dominican tobacco is from Nicaragua, out of my hometown, and just how the climate, Mother Nature plays a real big part into the tobacco. So we definitely shook the game up with that. We had our first ever tour of the Liga, where we got to go out in Arizona for a day and basically walk through those stories that we were talking about a little bit earlier before we really got the cameras rolling, about number 9, T52, H99, and of course the 10. So yeah, that's really what the rebirth means. Innovative, doing new stuff, doing what other people aren't doing in the industry, or maybe if they are, we're doing it in that Drew Estate taste.
Hey, Javi is PR trained. Y'all see this? This guy's trained. I'm throwing some hard questions at him, and it's almost like he had him before I came. He's trained.
Man, we got to run that one back. I don't know. I don't know if I talked too much there.
Nah, absolutely not. Listen, bro, we here. You ain't talking too much, brother. What's something Drew Estate lovers don't realize about how Drew Estate actually operates? What's something that they would be like, damn, that's dope as hell?
Man, how we... That's a good question, man. How we listen to their input when we're out there. If it's one of our events, our barn smokers, our family reunions, how we do really take that in. We might be just talking, shooting the shit, but... At least me, when you talk to me, I'm bringing that stuff, those great ideas, and if I write it down, that was a good idea, and I'm bringing it back to headquarters. and how we could cater more to them, in different ways. And me going out with Dave Payne out in St. Louis and Kansas City, and Rex Mercer, not Rex, out in the D. Actually, we were in Indiana at that time. And how meeting those cigar smokers, it's different in the regions, like in Miami, it's all about flash, it's all about status and what you smoke it. Yeah. And then how over there, it's still some flash, you still have the nice cars and you still got the watches, people are still making money, it's getting printed. So that difference of how that region is different from that, how we could cater and tweak things and make it more not generic but available for everybody's palate, and how we really want to impress and make that go-to cigar. The people, if you're smoking 7 cigars, if two of them are Drew Estate, we're trying to see if we can get that third one a Drew Estate too, because we have a big portfolio of brands.
Because I was that guy, like anybody knows me, they know Liga Provider number 9, Liga H99. Super Ancho is my favorite cigars. H99 and number 9 in general. It doesn't matter if it's
Ancho.
Super Ancho is that's my favorite cigar.
That's a good one.
And then this is the thing. So like Terrible, he made a post about that Nica Rustica Connecticut Broadleaf, and he was like, the Gordo will give you that vibe. So I'm like, let me try this joint out. And I'm not a big 60 guy. I'm not.
Okay.
At all. I'm not at all.
Yeah, I'm not too myself.
So usually I feel like the blend isn't great the bigger it gets. That's how it is usually. Like that smaller, like a Robusto. I love Lanceros.
Lanceros is my favorite too.
And
Willie Herrera would tell you that's the best way. A little game there. The best way to actually pick up all the notes and from a cigar too.
Hey, it's not Willie Wednesday, but shout out Willie. But yeah, man. So I forget what I was saying.
You were talking about the different, like how you like the Lancero, but the difference from the different.
So Terrible had made that post about the Connecticut Broadleaf Nica Rustica, and I went and tried that 60, and now that's my go-to cigar right now. Like Nica Rustica Connecticut Broadleaf, whether it's Robusto, Bellicoso, the Gordo, that is my go-to cigar. Like coffee in the morning, after work, light up.
Definitely.
I couldn't because I would say I was a snob.
You were
like,
a snob?
I only wanted 9. Like I only, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, that Connecticut Broadleaf is the go-to right now.
Connecticut Broadleaf, that right there is awesome. Seeing how that's fermented. They do like a hang. They hang the tobacco. Forget how the scientific way. Sorry, snobs, if I got it wrong. but it's amazing to see, and I love that Nica Rustica plays along the part. We're authentic in everything we do, and Nica Rustica, the homes, that's how Esteli looks.
Yeah.
And even the little devilish character that you have on the box, that's like the sign of Esteli. And I went down there with Pedro and went to the museum, and they actually have it on the rock. It's like way before we were here, thought of, and it really goes back to those, those ancient times and the beginning of Nicaragua. And just to see that it's around, and that Drew Estate puts it on the cigar box.
Yeah.
So you get to, and that's probably to the wizard, to our hat off to the wizard, putting those Easter eggs and those things into our brands.
Yeah.
That really like make it authentic to where it's being made.
Hey, people like that are golden. You gotta keep people like that. Like, that's the chef. Like I said,
that's
man,
the chef.
He's a Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
And he's pulling up from 40.
Hey, listen. Good smoke, you heard? Yeah. As the digital marketing guy, right? Mm-hmm. What does your day-to-day look like at Drew Estate?
Well, I start my day off, I light a cigar. That's probably what everyone thinks, right? I mean, definitely no, but for sure, we do smoke, either if it's a new blend or something that, like one of my go-tos, like I was telling you about the T52s, the 4x32s, quick to have, 15 minutes while I'm having my coffee. But I do definitely check the emails. Everyone makes fun of me because the customer service emails do go to me. So help at drewestate.com for any of your needs. If something isn't right, if something is perfect, let me know, or some people even just spam me there.
Oh, it's going directly to you?
Yeah, it goes through to me.
Oh, I'm about to fuck with you. I didn't know that.
A lot of people, now that they know that, they just send shit to fuck with me. You know what I mean?
on it.
They'll send dumb things like, oh, there's not enough whiskey here, or oh, my cigar didn't light. I didn't put, I didn't light it. You know, like little funny stuff like that. So definitely checking that. Meetings as well with our website that we just launched. So definitely check that out too. Drew Estate. We rebirthed the website too this year. So drewestate.com. Go to the events. Check out any local events where you can get some of that exclusive swag. That meetings, and then after that some more meetings. And then ideation. I mean, that's something that I fall in love with and into. You know, with Josh, with the team, you know, back to what the consumer doesn't know is that we're masterminding. We're talking about new things, and of course, what's going to happen in 2026. Of course, social media, following up with stuff like that. Our online retailers, our partners there at CI, making sure everything's copacetic on that end.
International, baby.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them. But yeah. That's kind of like how it looks like, yeah. Okay. Then I have another cigar, and then call it a day.
So if there is a platform, and like, what's the biggest challenge marketing cigars on platforms that restrict tobacco content?
So, of course, the FDA, you know, and we're an age, you know, you have to be a certain age to smoke cigars. Yep. So that always limits us. Things like TikTok, if you're smoking something, they don't like that on TikTok. We were shadow banned for a good amount of the first half of the year. Me and the digital team worked our asses off to make sure we're not shadow banned so people could see our content. Yeah. So little things like that, because you see cigars, or we have we have one of our best brands, Acid, you know, one of the most highest selling brands at any cigar category. And then, you know, having Acid in your caption, that could give you a red flag. So little things like that we can't market. I was in the industry of real estate before too. We're running Facebook ads was our bread and butter, right? You know, we could target specific people for certain amount of income, certain age range in a certain area. All that is gone. It doesn't exist here, right? And then you could have ideas, or you see a liquor company come out with a great campaign or a great ad space, but we can't do that for cigars. So that's really a challenge of one, thinking outside the box, definitely getting legal involved and everything we do. They might have to look at this too. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that before. No, I'm joking. But yeah, like
chill on us, legal.
Yeah, for real. But things like that like good ideas that get shot down because of the category that we're in.
Yeah, and that's I know. Like, I mean, I was on my TikTok one time smoking a cigar. I didn't know, and then he just straight shut me down, and I couldn't go live anymore for 30 days. And I didn't know. I genuinely did not know, and I'm like, oh well, it makes sense. It
makes sense, especially because of TikTok and that demographic and the main people on there. But my mom is on TikTok. You know, there's age restrictions that are on these platforms that you think would kind of help us out in some ways, but
it doesn't.
It doesn't. But that's one of our challenges there.
What kind of content performs the best for Drew Estate fans?
Honestly, our lifestyle photos. Wait, actually, let me say anything that has Javier Largaspal. Messing around. I'll run the numbers. I don't think so, but no. Definitely our lifestyle content. Meaning, like seeing the cigar outside of just smoking it, either on how the leaf looks. Joel Da Silva, I call him Sensei. He is a master at what he does, and he's the industry standard on how cigars should be photographed. So him having that eye and that placement for cigars, like our photos do good. I also think like seeing cigars in adjacent stuff, you know, like me, Rayford, Kyle Davis, and Desmond, we did, you know, just something like of the boys hanging out, you know, just content of us smoking some Liga 10s. That did really good for us. You know, we had one that like one of our guys, Ricardo Ortiz, Mr. International, salute, 305 in the building. Okay. He like his car breaking down. Little things like that where we could like incorporate cigars in your day, not, you know, flushing it down your throat about like smoke more, you know, right? Which is the ultimate goal. You know, we want people to smoke more.
Yeah.
If it's Drew Estate or not, you know, just learn more, and also that educational base. We've seen that do good on Instagram as well with Willie Herrera, like talking about the blends. That really gets the people going because people like to learn. You know, believe it or not, in this microwave era that we're in, and you know, the quick content, instant gratification, people do like to learn, especially if it's something that they're interested in.
Because, and this is the thing, the cigar community, they want to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the people who cigars bring sophistication.
Yeah.
And people are going to want to learn. I know, like, I mean, when I first started smoking cigars, maybe the first 2 years, I was just grabbing stuff, smoking and taking pictures. I didn't learn anything. Not that I didn't want to, I just didn't. And then once I started going to lounges, talking to people, and I'm like, and they'll tell me something about, oh, you like this, that cigar you're smoking, you like that because of this, or like if it's a Habano, or you know what I'm saying, if part of the blend is from like I think the like slightly sweet but not from Aruba, is it Aruba?
Aruba?
I can't remember. But shout out Steve from Summers Point Cigar Lounge. He put me on to a cigar. I cannot remember. I just had it for the first time, but it was
Phineas Gage. No, I'm kidding.
I can't remember.
Estate, no,
but it was a Habano house blend, but it was it was good, and I never had
Habanos
that. I never had whatever the filler was. I never had that particular tobacco, and it had a sweetness to it, but not sweet like flavorful sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. We like infused. We like that word a little bit.
Yeah, not infused. But what kind? No. What's one campaign or idea you helped build that you're most proud of?
Oh man, my proudest is going to be one next year that I have my fingerprints on.
Okay. That
I can't wait for. Maybe we need a part 2 and we could divulge a little bit into that.
We can have a part 10 whenever you want. I'm pulling up.
But this year. Oh man, this year there were so many, right? I'm just kidding. There wasn't that many. Let me be humble. A couple of the ideas on social media that did fairly well for us were kind of chefed by me and the team that I really enjoy. A lot of it is stuff for next year, though. I mean, I don't know if my mind is there too. We're at the end of December here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're already in 2026.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
I got a feeling it's something big that you're a part of.
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
Okay.
It's quite exciting, and it's also back to that point of culture of, you know, Drew Estate, they highlight talent. They know where talent is, and being in these conversations and being pulled, you know, for my ideas, it's a blessing. It's nothing less than a blessing, and also humbling that, and like how any business should run. Just listen to everybody. You know, someone has everything to offer to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, somebody taught this guy very well. The answers, I can't wait to go back and listen to this podcast. This one of them ones.
Me either. Yeah.
What do fans not see? The part of the job that doesn't make it on social media.
The part of the job that doesn't make those brief misunderstandings, right? Or trying to make something come to life, right? Like where we're storyboarding, you know, something as simple as a reel, something as simple as a new activation for like a barn smoker, things like that. This year we did a brunch, you know, how that idea was birthed, you know, things like that people don't really see. And also like that love that we have between all of us, you know, in every department, not just marketing, the marketing team with the sales team, heck with my IT guys that I love. There's the Wolf, Glenn Wilson. Me and him actually share the same birthday, same as Ernie Watson. We keep a lot of Libras around here too, so we keep things balanced. But yeah, that how do you say that word? Camaraderie. Yeah. Thank you so much. That we have between each other, and how gems are being dropped between different departments. You know, because that's how we get better.
Nice. What's your personal go-to Drew Estate cigar right now?
Right now, this second, my favorite one to go to is Undercrown 10.
Undercrown 10 was actually my first ever Drew Estate box.
Cigar? Oh, wow. Oh, box. Like a box
The first
purchase.
box I purchased.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. See, look at God. Creaming his way back into this conversation, too.
I forget.
That's good.
It was like, I'm not going to say any website if it's not Drew Estate, but it was something I seen. It was a good deal. I'm like, it's a Maduro. Let me try it. Wasn't expecting it to be, and I'm like, damn, this is a good cigar.
It is. Yeah. It's good. What favorite? Which one do you like better? The size, Robusto or the Turo?
I like the Turo better.
Like the Turo. I like the Turo too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just like the perfect amount of smoke, especially when I'm at events. And the story that again, like, I'm a big story guy, how that was built and born on the factory floor. You know, a lot of our guys were smoking too much of the Liga product, so we decided to, like, you know, make this Underground line. Yeah, JD
looked like he's about to walk through the door.
Walk in here. Yeah, he's about to walk in the door. Yeah. Let's give him the mic. That's who we really need to be interviewing. Yeah.
What's the most underrated stick in the DE lineup?
I would say the 20 acre. The 20 acre. It's used with Florida Sun grown tobacco right here in Clearmont, Florida. And I would say it's underrated because for that price point, not only just the price point, the amount of love that is given to that cigar, and that it's an American product, it being a Florida Sun grown. We're the first tobacco company to use Florida Sun grown tobacco, and there's a good number for it. I'm going to say 100 years, but go ahead and do your facts on that one. But we're the first to do that. So a lot of people, it gets a little lost in the sauce, but it's so smooth, so creamy. That was going to be my first one, but I've been smoking way more Underground 10s in this winter season. So I would say, the 20 acre farm.
See, now I got to try the 20 acre farm.
I got one for you. Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, have you ever heard of it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, put in the comments if you guys have tried that one or not. And then if you do, circle back and let me know what you think.
Yeah, definitely going to try that. Can you share any upcoming projects, releases, or events? Anything you can tease at all?
The most I could say here, I think I've been teasing at it this whole time about something new coming by Drew Estate that has some fingerprints.
Tell him, come on in. Listen, he can bust the camera. I don't care.
Yeah. Want to come in or just so this guy right here.
Oi, chavalo, ¿cómo está?
¿Cómo estamos,
how
man?
you doing?
What up, man?
The GOAT right here, man.
Yo,
you
looking svelte and skinny. How much you lose?
I lost one altogether, like 120 pounds.
120 pounds.
I was like 500 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like 4.
You look like a
470.
different human being.
Yeah, my face was like bloated.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So
hey, listen, podcast still going live. The GOAT, he's the only one that can do stuff like this.
No, man.
He's the reason for all this, man.
And you walked into the craziest question.
So proud of you. That is incredible.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Let
Always
me come
good to
back
see you,
over.
man.
We're finishing up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're gonna hang out for a little bit and have a stick after, so if you want to pop in.
Man,
All right,
dude,
man.
it's incredible.
Hey,
150
man.
pounds?
Yes, sir. No,
Jesus.
120.
120?
Yes, sir.
I gotta find out those secrets.
Surgery.
Yes. Yeah, JD been on a weight lossing journey as well.
Listen, that's a dope cameo right there, man.
Yeah, no, that's sick. I was talking to him a little bit about this too. What was it, Friday night? We were talking about it. We had. I'm not going to share the whole conversation, but I was just appreciative of what he's done for not only my people in Nicaragua, but for me personally. Him allowing me to speak my ideas and listening. You know, he's a guy that's been in the industry, a genius. We would say, he wouldn't say, but he is a genius when to the cigar game, and one of the founding fathers of this cigar industry as well. Well, I mean, there's of course people that have done it longer. We're about to celebrate our 30 years next year. So, I mean, yeah, just a story of him, you know, sleeping on the factory floor for 13 years. You know, to where we're at now.
Listen, this is crazy. I need y'all to understand. JD does not know me. This is our first time meeting. So for y'all, that interaction, you think that he knows me, no, but JD watches everything. You may think he's not. Now that I'm realizing, he only know he seen me when I had a bunch of weight on me. Don't get it twisted. I'm still big as hell, but I was almost 500 pounds. Lost, so I'm at around 340 right now. Lost a shit ton of weight, and the fact that he knew that without us ever having a conversation he is looking.
that's something too. Like, man, I thought he was just like that with me, like, being in my main character phase, like, oh man, he just likes talking to me. I'm a pretty cool dude or whatever, but he's like that with everybody. And the amount of people that come up to him during events and that he knows and remembers them and might say their name, it's like, wow, that goes back to that genius part.
I can't even believe that shit just happened. That's so dope. What? That shit is dope as hell. What makes a cigar brand succeed online today versus 10 years ago?
10 years ago, I wasn't even smoking. I mean,
how long you been smoking?
I've only been smoking for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Probably a little bit more than that. Probably, I smoked that first cigar and a couple other cigars before I got with Drew Estate. But I would say the difference is that you have to have a big cosign. No, I'm kidding. You need a celebrity to push your brand. Nah, I'm joking. I think online today, it's so different. And I think the field has adjusted a bit to it of now these newer smokers are coming around, right? Of course, cigars are mainly enjoyed by those who already know the finer things in life, those who like a good scotch, a good bourbon with their cigars, right? That sophistication to it. But I think now with whether some influencers that I'm not going to name, but some influencers, outside of the cigar industry that are smoking cigars, that are getting the 24-year-old to now learn and kind of dabble into what is a cigar, what is premium hand-rolled cigars like. I think that right there is one of the big difference. So, and kind of not cadencing only to that, but just keeping that in mind. I think that's what kind of can make someone successful.
Nice. This guy. How's that? That's a 10, right? Underground 10 year smoker?
Underground 10.
Yeah. How you like? That's your first 10?
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Sure.
Listen, that's my guy Josh Rivera in the background. Shout out Josh. Shout out Steph. Listen, these guys. When I think when I second guess myself, these guys are the guys who push me. Like Josh took a whole day to come fly out to Miami with me.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We're fucking packed like sardines on this flight, bro. Like fucking they're leaning on each other, like yo. But yeah, shout out Josh, shout out Steph, man. Love you guys. But listen,
definitely. Thank you guys again for coming out, man.
Absolutely.
It's a humbling experience, and man, just appreciate it. And if you stayed this long, I'll send you $1.
How important is storytelling in cigar companies? I think I know the answer to that.
I mean, I think that's a 10.
Bro.
I think if it's out of 10, I think that's one of the most important things. But to me, I don't know if it's my love for business and storytelling, being a big hip hop guy, being a big Nike guy, or NBA. The stories that are told in those three vehicles and outlets are amazing, right? But then even if you go to, what's this place? They make the Aventus Creed.
Yeah, Creed Aventus.
Yeah, when you go to Creed, they start telling you the story about how the angels farted on this, and then it made the cologne that you have now and that you enjoy. So I think like the storytelling part, especially cigars, where it's being made, and what goes into it when it's being hand rolled, handmade product, and even a God-made product too, because tobacco comes from the earth, and learning that and why a brand is called that, and why I think that connection that you fall in love with it more, or you could tell the story a little bit more about it. I think flex your knowledge. I think it's a good part of it too, and then you start knowing the story. So I think, to me at least, I think that's a 10. Some people, hey, if they like it, they like it.
Yeah.
They give a damn if it was grown in Connecticut or pissed on gods. They just like their smoke, and that's okay too. I think that's okay too. But I think like that right there kind of like shifts from being an average, or I don't want a casual smoker, to now you're being an enthusiast. But also with everything, bro. My bad. I don't want to dwell too much on this question.
Good, bro.
But with everything, right? When you learn a little bit more about it, even UFC, you just think it's just dudes, knocking each other, till they're knocked out, right?
Science to everything, man.
There's a deeper part to it, right? Whether it's how their stance is, whether it's also taekwondo, all these other ways of fighting that is mixed into this. I think that right there, once you start peeling the layers back, that's when you really start getting the gems and the jewels.
Mm-hmm. Two set. It's two questions in one.
Okay.
Who influences your style, right?
Oh shit. Okay.
And
oh man.
your creative direction What influences your creative direction when you're building content? Style first.
To me, there's one. It always goes back to Pharrell Williams. For me, as far as style goes, and even probably mannerisms. I mean, I feel like Kobe with Michael Jordan with him is probably sometimes.
Okay.
But I used to have the comb over. I cut the low boy because I saw Pharrell and walked out
Skateboard P.
with Louis Vuitton. So, and seeing all the stuff that he's done there. So I would say that for style. Content.
Is this chrome? I'm just realizing that this is a chrome chain.
Oh yeah, this is yes.
That's a chrome ring too.
That's not too much on me, man.
I didn't realize that at first, but go ahead.
Credit is a hell of a thing. Especially if you got good credit.
Yes, sir.
But no, where am I at? So yeah, I would say that is style. Mindset will be Kobe, and his creativity on and off the court too. But as far as creating content, everything inspires me there. You know, whether it's a movie that I'm watching and I'm rewatching Breaking Bad and just looking at the color that they like to choose and pick on there. You know, movies, other content that I see that's working online, and how we could incorporate that too in other ways into cigars, right? Like, so I would say, yeah, almost everything. You know, even if I'm talking to someone, they give me an idea. That's also the thing too. Conversations with people, I think, also give me a lot of content or inspiration too. So my mind's always working, man. It takes a lot for it to shut off.
Hey, I see how you got your position just by talking to you. For sure. Hey, listen, you got
thank you, man.
You got a lot in a little bit of time that you've been involved. You got some knowledge, man, and you stored a lot. And I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm learning a lot just sitting here. You know what I mean?
And that's to those cultures of pillars with Will McFall. Conversations with him. He was telling me the other day. I know everybody that smoked a cigar. Any celebrity, any actor. I know them all. Like either personally or just know that they do smoke cigars, right? Like so that. Conversations with Ryan Rayford, whether it's personally, professionally, about cigars, hanging out with him and his home lounge and having that was the first time I had like barbershop talk. It was around the NFL draft with Shador, but that's when I knew that, like, wow, this is just more. And it goes back to my dad, that conversation there. You know, like that. I think having a cigar is the best social activity you could do. You know, and if your girl likes cigars, I think that even makes it
Man,
better.
I wish. My wife hates them, bro. Oh my God. Like, I wish. And I go to lounges and see like husband and wife in lounges together.
Yeah.
I got her to smoke one cigar one time.
Oh shit.
She didn't finish it or even get halfway through it. But I had my 40th birthday in Atlantic City at a cigar lounge.
Oh, sick.
Josh was there. Everybody was there. We had an amazing time for my 40th. And I was like, awesome. You know what? I got you a chocolate cigar. You want to try? No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm lying. She brought her own chocolate cigar.
Oh, no kidding.
From Corona Cigar Company in Orlando.
Yeah.
She was out there with her friends.
Oh yeah, like their own cigar. Yeah.
She brought me back.
That's a good one.
She brought me back.
All those ones that they have.
When the H99 Double Corona had just dropped. So I told her, you know, go do your thing, because I was supposed to go, but I was sick, so I couldn't make. I didn't go to Florida. I said, when you go there, FaceTime me and, you know, bring me a couple things back. And she FaceTimed me, and the guy got on the FaceTime like, hey, what do you like, Just? Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit, cool as hell.
That's awesome.
And then he's like, I was like, you got any League of 9 Double Coronas? He's like, yeah, we got that. League of 9 Double Coronas. We got the H99 Double Coronas. I was like, huh? And this was when I never even seen no promo. I didn't know nothing about it.
That was out yet.
I'm like, you mean
that's even sick.
I'm like, you mean just the League of 9? He said, no, we have the H99 double. I hurried up while I'm on the phone and looked at the website. I'm like, it's not even on your website. He's like, oh yeah, it won't be up till next month, but we're selling them in.
Selling them now. That's
Give me 4 of them.
Yeah. Put it in the bag. Yeah, make sure you put a Bohemian pack in there. Again, shout out to Corona for that experience. But right now, I'm smoking that box press number 9 right here, exclusively at Corona. So if you're ever in Orlando, definitely got to stop there.
Yo, we're talking $15-$16.
Yeah.
That box press League of 9. I mean, I always get a 5-pack coming in the mail all the time. This is a good cigar,
it's
bro.
It's a great cigar.
Cigars and hip hop always cross paths.
Okay.
As we know.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
A biggie. I think Biggie really brought it in.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that with Jay-Z, of course. I think and I might be a little off here. I don't know if this answers that question. I think cigars is graduating from weed, marijuana. Those who like to indulge in that, and no knock if you do. If you don't, go ahead and do you. But I think that it's like a graduation course. You still get that flowiness that you would get. Of course, it's a different type of. I'm not comparing the. One gets you high.
Yeah.
But if you smoke this H99 enough, no, I'm kidding. But no, like I think at least for me personally too, I feel like it's a graduation. I'm JD, me and JD were referencing this the other day. I'm 30 plus, it's button up. Now I got the button up on. And I feel like that. Like I think that is a way of a gateway of that connection. But yeah, I would chalk it up to Hov and Big.
So without naming either one of them,
Oh, okay.
what artists or creators do you think embody the Drew Estate vibe?
Oof.
Can't say Big, you can't say Jay.
Yeah, I mean, dang, if we get Jay to smoke I'll get a pay. I'll probably get a pay raise.
Oh my God.
I think, who embody it? Anyone from the Woo.
Okay.
I think because
who from the Woo?
It would be cool to see Method Man smoke at number 9. I think that would be awesome. I think JD interviewing the RZA would be probably something I'll have on repeat for a couple years. But one of those two, and I could see them smoking a cigar. Ghostface, I could see Ghostface smoking a cigar too. That would be
absolutely
awesome too.
How about Steph Curry smoking the H99?
Oh yeah. We were ballers. Well,
I seen that the other day. I'm like,
that was greatness.
Oh my God, bro,
that was awesome. That was awesome.
On,
Shout out Joe Grow from Cigars and Spirits for hooking that up and getting that H99 in his hands. I restarted this from San Jose. I'm a Bay Area guy, so the Warriors that was like a dream come true. Family was hitting me up like, my God, did you get to meet him? Were you there on set? Because God was sharing all the pictures. It's crazy how the perception of Instagram kind of could be sometimes.
He had to be there. He was right there.
Yeah, he was right there. That must have been it, right? But no, shout out Joe Grow for plugging us in there with that, and I think that was awesome. I think someone maybe it's a Miami thing, like Rick Ross could be one
for sure.
Damn, I'm thinking, but I guess I named it everyone like larger than life, a little bit. But I feel like, just to name a few, those would be a few that I'll pick. Man, I'm trying to think. I mean, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen him with a cigar though
sure.
before. I'm trying to think of someone like new. I mean, but yeah, man, Playboy Cardi, smoke some Liga. No comment on that one?
No comment on that one. Playboy Cardi, don't touch Ligas. Nah, let me stop. What's the Miami cigar scene like from your eyes?
From my eyes, I think there's two different ones there, because you have lounges in downtown. Then you have shout out George's Come Smoke With Us on Bird. That's my hometown shop. That's where I go and have a cigar. That's where I bring my dad.
Nice.
And
shout out Pops, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, damn, I've shouted out him a lot. I love you too, Mama.
Shout out Mama and Pops.
Mama. But I feel like it's different. I think that a lot of people like the conversation and getting to know people. It's almost like a networking tool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in Miami a lot, but Miami is very built on that, right? It's a city of what you know is who you know here. So that is definitely a big one. Another one that I would say, or like the scene, is like learning more. Like there's a lot of people having conversations of like, what are you smoking? Why do you like that cigar? So I think that's kind of like the scene here. Maybe it's like that everywhere too, a bit. But yeah, and of course, having something nice on your arm helps you out with the smoke.
How does Miami influence cigar culture?
Well, Willie Herrera's from Miami.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Miami. And I think that, but then also the Cuban culture that's here. I feel like a lot of Latinos, shout out my Latino community, we do like smoking cigars. Whether we pick it up. A rapper I should have named, excuse me and pardon me, I should have named Lou. Lou, he's from Miami. He's got a deal with Epic, and he's a cigar smoker.
Okay.
And we're looking to work with him in the nearby future too. That's one of the exciting things that I've done. But Lou, who's Cuban, and then his story is phenomenal with cigars, right? The same thing, kind of like playing on with his dad. His dad taught him how to smoke, and smoke cigars and pick cigars at the humidor. I think that connection that we have, especially the big Cuban community that's here in Miami, everything was about that damn Cuban cigar. Back in the back in the 90s, if you were smoking Cuban, you were smoking good. So I think that really really embodies that connection.
What is the wildest thing that's happened to you at a cigar event? if you could talk about it.
There's one I'm not going to talk about.
Okay.
I love you. I think about you all the time. One of the wildest things.
Shout out.
One of the wildest things is someone actually brought a box for me to sign.
Nice.
And JD Pedro's signatures on there, so I'm like, what the heck? You sure you want me to sign? Yeah, man. You came on my TV on Freestyle Live. You had all the girls going at the watch party at my house. I was like, oh dang, okay. But yeah, my signature on a cigar box that is out there is a humbling and very full of gratitude experience. So I think that was that would have to be like the wildest thing, because who wants my signature, right?
And like in the sneaker community, I've had kids want me to sign sneaker boxes and all. It's crazy when it gets to that point. I mean, I did music for years.
Okay, cool.
I stopped doing music in 2021. I mean, I feel like I've had great success with it, opening for big artists and going different places and stuff like that. I just feel like I got to the age where it was just like, all right, it's time to chill.
I feel like music, man. I've worked for an independent record label too. We're almost talking 10 years now, but I feel like the industry has changed so much, and it's not a music podcast, but it is a nasty business. We just saw the Diddy doc, the Diddler. See how crazy and how nasty those splits. When that energy of entrepreneurship, because that's what it is. That's the foundation, right? A little bit, shout out Hove again, but that blueprint. Oh, here we go. That blueprint and that model of like, building something for yourself, right? Not taking the 9-to-5, not taking these jobs, or even being the middleman. Starting your own way. I think is what kind of connects that hip hop to entrepreneurship, though, too.
If you could smoke one cigar with any person, dead or alive,
damn,
who would it be?
Man, I let me pick two.
Okay.
Alive, I think Jordan will be sick. One, that I know he knows cigars and he loves smoking cigars.
And you would have to smoke one of his.
And I would have to smoke
that
one.
Lancero.
That Lancero,
man.
Yeah. Let's smoke that one for the influence. To the sneakers, to that win by any means.
Take 100% of the shots you don't.
But you don't take. Yeah, you got the most makes and the most misses. I definitely think that would be like cool, and then just having poker and seeing that and just witnessing some of that competitiveness would be a lifetime story.
Absolutely.
Dead. Damn. I'm not gonna pick anyone famous. I would say I didn't even know if he enjoyed them, but my grandpa used to smoke pipe tobacco.
Okay.
Used to be out there on the porch a little bit, smoking his pipe tobacco, and I wonder if we would have a cigar, what would he think about it? And then just that one last time, I guess.
Yeah,
why not over a cigar? So
absolutely.
That's what I would go with.
Absolutely.
That's a good question.
What's the ultimate pairing for your favorite stick?
My ultimate pairing with my favorite stick, I would say an old fashioned. Give me an old fashioned rye. Let the good times fly. I think that's a good pairing.
And he's got bars. You hear this guy?
yeah. Oh, we could say we could go. We could go offline with that one.
What's the misconception that people have about you?
About me, I think a lot of it probably is. Oh man, I think a lot of it is that I think that, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. I mean, I may have heard some things. That I'm full of myself, that I think that I am bigger than I am. I think too much of myself. When I don't know where that comes from. Maybe I like being in the camera a lot, or I'm the first to volunteer myself to do something. The best ability is availability, and I like to keep myself available for those things like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I think
Javi, you know what that shit is right there?
I think it's God.
That's your projection. Your projection is greatness. Some people don't like that.
Right.
They're not going to tell you they don't like that, but by them telling you they don't like that is saying you think you're full of yourself.
Right.
You know why? Because they know Javi's the shit, and they don't like that shit. Listen, I've had similar.
Okay.
Which is cool. People say I'm full of myself. I literally don't post or do anything that make you say, "Oh, this dude is just." I never.
Yeah.
There's things that I could post and be like, "What's up?" But I
That's
don't.
how I feel.
But I don't.
That's yeah.
Too old for that shit, man.
Right.
As long as I can take care of my family,
Amen.
have good friends by me,
Yep.
and enjoy life, that's all I care about,
That's
bro.
And that's what only you should care about. That those bills are paid, that the people who are around you love you, taking care of your own. Like, I think that's way more important. There's something that a buddy used to tell me, because I said, man, why this, why that? He said, man, Javi, you don't know that they foul LeBron. Like they foul him when he goes to the paint. They don't want to see him score, kind of thing. And that's something that stuck with me. That maybe I got some main character syndrome and stuff like that. But to me, my biggest thing is never to be jaded and remain humble. So I don't know. I don't know what those people's opinions, and it's whatever. That's not going to stop me, and I'm not going to let nothing stop me. Absolutely
not. So me and one of my partners are doing a cigar cruise in Atlantic City. I talked to you about it. My boy Josh, we all involved. We're partners. We spoke about it briefly. We're gonna give free Liga 9 to every ticket purchase, and I'm hoping possibly we can get you to come out this summer.
Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, I'd love to.
I think it would be dope. I think
check that calendar, but yeah.
I think it would be dope for the cigar culture in New Jersey. And we'll work around your date.
Okay.
It don't matter. We don't have a date. So, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Union City, my boy Carlos. That's like my brother. He's from Jersey.
Okay. My wife is around the corner from Union City. She's from Jersey City. So.
Okay. Cool.
And what's your message to Drew Estate fans listening right now?
That Drew Estate is doubling down on what made Drew Estate, which is that disruptor, being innovative, doing stuff that not only no one in the cigar industry is doing, no one in any industry is doing. So I want you guys to know that we have heard you and we've heard the rumblings. We're going back to what we're passionate about, and that's cigar making. And yeah, well, that's what I would say to them.
I got to make it out to these events, man. I got to, man.
And make sure you're following Javier.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow Jav, man. He gonna be linked in. These clips about to go crazy.
Yeah.
And this, last thing, where can the people follow you, and what should they look out for next? He's not gonna tell you. He's gonna keep smiling and saying, "I got some shit going on." But where can they follow you
at Drew Estate Javi? Definitely follow me there on Instagram. That's probably the only thing I really use on Instagram. If you want to reach out to me through there. Really, the Facebook group too, really active on that. So Drew Estate Cigars has a Facebook group. Reach out there, post. I love seeing you guys post your cigars and what you guys are having on the nightly. That's really cool. And then June next year, you'll see some things before that. But I think, again, back to those fingerprints. I have my fingerprints on something that I can't wait to share with you guys. And I know that it's going to be something that everyone could enjoy.
I feel like you got parts in the cigar. You ain't got to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing.
Parts of the cigar is crazy.
I feel like, hey, listen, I feel like I'm not going to say, you got your own?
No.
Oh, okay.
Parts of the cigar, I'm just saying, like, does that alone is crazy.
Hey, but listen, anything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Hey, Javi, listen, I appreciate you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you coming on the show. Episode 2. At the Drew Estate headquarters, Miami. Right. Just Nice Cigars podcast. Stay tuned because we traveling. We going all over. We're going to tap in with these brands and do what we do. I love this shit.